The National Broadband Network, NBN, is Australia's ambitious infrastructure project to deliver high-speed broadband nationwide. Initially estimated at $15 billion in 2007, the project has faced significant challenges, with costs ballooning to around $70 billion. We'll explore the management issues the NBN has encountered, including skills shortages, planning flaws, and shifting political priorities. These challenges offer valuable lessons for large-scale infrastructure projects. The NBN represents Australia's largest infrastructure undertaking, with far-reaching implications for the country's connectivity and economic future. This ambitious project aims to provide nationwide connectivity across Australia, reaching 13 million premises within 10 years. 93% of premises will have access to fiber to the home, FTTH, technology, capable of delivering speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. The remaining 7% of premises in remote areas will be covered by fixed wireless and satellite, delivering speeds up to 25 megabits per second. The network is designed as a wholesale-only, open-access model to encourage competition among retail service providers. This comprehensive approach ensures all Australians, regardless of location, will have access to high-speed broadband connectivity. The timeline on this slide shows the escalating costs of the NBN project from 2007 to 2025. In 2007, the initial project was announced with an estimated cost of $15 billion. By 2014, the approach shifted from fiber to the premises to a multi-technology mix, which likely contributed to increased costs. In 2019, the revised estimate reached $41 billion, reflecting the implementation challenges faced. The ongoing total cost is now projected to be approximately $70 billion by 2025, indicating significant budget overruns. The visual representation of the cost increases over time is clear and compelling, highlighting the scale of the cost escalation. The rapid scale of the broadband rollout has created a severe shortage of skilled telecommunications workers, with a reported need for 8,000 more specialists. Contractors have struggled to recruit and retain qualified staff, leading to missed rollout targets. For example, Transfield met only 65% of targets and Silcar met just 45%. This lack of skilled labor has also resulted in high levels of rework being required due to quality problems, further delaying implementation. We need to address these workforce challenges to get the broadband rollout back on track and ensure high-quality, timely delivery. Time underestimation was a key issue, as project planners significantly underestimated the time required for ramp-up, land access, and securing rights of way. There were challenges with reusing existing infrastructure, as the team overestimated the ability to do so, leading to delays and cost overruns. The geographic complexity of Australia's vast and varied terrain created significant logistical challenges that were not adequately accounted for. Initial deployment timeframes and budgets were overly optimistic, relying on poor or incomplete data, resulting in cost projections that did not reflect the true scope of the project. The original vision was for a fiber to the premises offering the highest speeds. A change in government led to a strategic reassessment of this plan. The company pivoted to a multi-technology mix in 2014, using various technologies tailored to specific areas. This shift away from the original fiber to the premises plan was widely criticized as being slow, expensive, and potentially obsolete before completion. Experts have described it as a downgrade of the original national project that became seriously over budget. The slide highlights key coordination and communication failures that occurred during the NBN rollout. Organizational silos between NBN Co., state agencies, and retail providers led to confusion and delays. Agencies reported difficulty getting timely information and support from NBN Co., creating information gaps. These communication breakdowns affected critical services like health and emergency response. Lack of transparency around rollout plans and technology choices also increased public frustration. These failures across multiple stakeholders severely impacted the overall NBN deployment. The regulatory framework and agreements with Telstra were very complex and time-consuming to negotiate, which delayed the project's start and added to costs. The ongoing negotiations and oversight required to ensure fair competition and transparency created a significant administrative burden and uncertainty for all parties involved in the network deployment. Vendors often misunderstood the local circumstances in Australia and lacked the resources to meet the implementation plans, further slowing the rollout. International suppliers sometimes struggled to adapt their solutions to Australia's unique geographic and regulatory environment, leading to implementation delays and requiring additional coordination efforts from NBN county management. The NBN rollout in Western Australia has had a significant impact on government agencies, leading to performance issues, critical service disruptions, increased costs, and support challenges. Agencies have experienced significant problems with speed, reliability, and service quality, which has affected their ability to deliver critical services like health and emergency operations. Some agencies have seen their operational costs rise dramatically, such as a twofold increase in monitored alarm service costs. Obtaining technical support and resolving service issues has been a major challenge for these agencies, further compounding the problems they're facing. It's clear the NBN rollout has created significant challenges for the government sector in Western Australia that need to be addressed. The slide highlights the impact of connectivity constraints on regional Australia Bank, RAB, especially in rural locations where reliable internet was critical for banking operations. It then shows how the introduction of business-grade NBN fiber improved network performance, branch sustainability, and enabled better, faster processes for financial institutions and other businesses. Finally, it discusses how the NBN has enabled some businesses to better serve remote communities through improved digital services and connectivity options, despite the initial challenges. The key message is how improved connectivity through the NBN has benefited businesses, their operations, and the communities they serve. The NBN rollout in Tasmania was a success, leading to a sharp increase in digital inclusion and demonstrating the potential benefits of the project. However, slower rollouts in other areas meant these benefits were less visible nationwide, creating disparities in digital access across communities. There were also public perception challenges, frustration growing due to inconsistent service quality, delays, and lack of transparency around rollout schedules and technology choices. These uneven implementation and public perception issues highlight the importance of ensuring equitable and transparent delivery of critical digital infrastructure projects. The NBN project highlights several key management challenges that can arise with large-scale infrastructure projects. Strategic vision can be impacted by political changes and shifting priorities, making it difficult to maintain a clear long-term direction. Planning and execution often face unrealistic timelines and resource estimates, leading to delays and cost overruns. Workforce management is critical, as skills shortages and training gaps can significantly impact project delivery. Effective stakeholder coordination is crucial, but poor communication and engagement can hinder progress. Financial control is essential, but budget overruns and cost escalation are common risks. These challenges collectively contributed to the significant delays, budget overruns, and mixed public reception of the NBN project. Australia's diverse geography posed unique challenges for NBN infrastructure deployment. Urban areas faced difficulties within building cabling and accessing high-density housing. Remote areas required satellite and fixed wireless solutions, which have limitations in speed and capacity. The multi-technology mix approach integrated 7 different access technologies, adding significant technical complexity. Specialized expertise and careful management were required to ensure system compatibility across the different technologies. This slide outlines key lessons learned from our recent infrastructure projects. Realistic planning is critical. We need thorough research, accurate data, and timelines that account for potential challenges and delays. Workforce development is also essential. We must anticipate and address skill shortages early on, including planning for recruitment, training, and accreditation of specialized workers. Maintaining consistent stakeholder engagement and clear communication channels helps manage expectations and identify issues before they escalate. While adaptability is important, major strategic shifts mid-project can undermine public trust, technological relevance, and overall project efficiency. We need to maintain strategic consistency. These are the key takeaways that we should emphasize to the audience as we reflect on our lessons learned. The NBN project has faced significant cost overruns, growing from an initial $15 billion budget to a projected $70 billion. There is a major skills gap, with 8,000 specialist telecommunications workers needed to deliver the project. The NBN integrates 7 different access technologies, requiring complex coordination and integration. The project aims to connect 13 million premises across Australia, demonstrating its massive scale. Despite the challenges, the NBN has improved digital inclusion in many areas and continues to evolve Australia's telecommunications landscape. For future infrastructure projects, prioritizing quality and long-term relevance over short-term cost savings is likely to yield better outcomes and greater public satisfaction.